Lacuna. This one's part 16. That's the one we're on. We're 74% away through according to the save screen. So, you know, another 15 or 20 more episodes. According to my faith in this developer to do their math right. Where are we? Are we back home? This is the worst place to be. I hate coming back home. All we have to do is talk to our stupid... we can't even talk to our dumb daughter. She's kidnapped and shit. Yeah, sure, maybe. I'll ask my boss who still works for the CDI. So she just left him for not being around. That's the worst reason to leave someone. Because then you're just gonna be... then nothing's gonna change. If you leave someone... like, eventually... sure. But there's gonna be a while where you're just like... fine, I'll give her a hug. This is the only time. This is never happening again. Because if you leave someone because they're not around, you're just gonna be sitting and you're still gonna be pining over them. You're still gonna be wishing they're around, except now there's not even a chance of that. You might as well just leave things the way they are. That's always... That's my lesson to all the kids out there in any situation. You got a problem with the way things are? Well, you stop worrying about it. You can't change anything. If you try to change something, you're just gonna make it worse. I'm getting a phone call. Saito. Are you the new Gary now that Gary's blacklisted from our friend group for being the boss? Who is this? Who are we talking about? The bad guy? The Cox security guy? Mr. Cox? I don't want no cell phone messages. Saito? Lose this number. I'm going off the grid. This is to Albert. Albert is Cox, right? From A. To Albert from A. You need to get better code names. They shouldn't match the person that you're talking to. Otherwise, some hotshot CDI agent like me, Space Neil, is going to read it and think that you were just sending emails to yourself. You weirdo. C-52.
You may be asking yourself how
the whole building is C-52
throughout all of this. How I didn't just collapse.
No, it's the meth that they put in your it's your meth implant.
Years, I had gotten really, really good at tuning out the voice that always tormented me.
That's also the meth.
Shit.
The voice is the meth, and your ability to tune out the voice is also the meth.
Maybe if it had gone on for long enough, I would have imploded sooner or later.
Is this being told from the from the future? This is every time. Oh, she's here. I don't think. Yeah, obviously. Good. Well, you know. Of course he doesn't know much, he's a stool pigeon. You can't let your pawns know anything. That's why it's useless to kidnap pawns. Just knock them off the board and be done with it. 4 by 458. Okay, I guess I should be reading this conversation. I have to email people. Okay, you've made your point. Can you? Are you done talking? Stop talking. Everybody in this game talks for like way longer than they need to be doing talking. Hey, if we do this, we have to worry about this on a future day even. 4x458. I have to commit that to my long-term memory. That's not good. Luckily, I'm gonna edit this video. Luckily, I'm not gonna play through this section another 3 times because I'm forgetting to record sound because I'm looking and I'm recording sound, so that's good. Gameplay audio. I 2 times now. 2 times I've recorded an episode of this fucking game and not recorded the gameplay audio, which I think is a pretty important part of the game. And so I had to replay the whole game up to that point because the save, you lose it. You don't keep your saves. Like the game auto saves, and I wasn't making backups. I'm making backups now just in case that happens a 3rd time. In case I do that to myself a 3rd time. I'll only have to replay the 1 section. I'm not gonna go with your weird robot lady stuff, mercenary girl. I don't talk mercenary speak. I am a good guy. I work for the Fed. Feed Horus. Reptiles appreciate being fed. There's no real reason to pet them. They don't really care. Neil has to keep his habit up. This is the other way he keeps saying. Meth and food cigarettes. Why doesn't Neil ever shower? Neil hasn't showered this whole game. He's got a shower. You can't show me a shower and then have characters never use a shower. I'm just gonna assume they stink. I'm gonna assume that they don't shower ever.
After I woke up,
you don't show me a toilet. I just assume he goes when he feels like when he needs to.
My head.
Because you haven't shown me the toilet.
I had to do what they asked of me, but I wasn't sure where the data they wanted was stored. I was running out of time. I sat up and made a decision. The sheet on the Liberators. I needed to complete it now. I had to
well,
puzzle pieces
listen.
there. If
I'll complete it.
In charge of the Liberators, I might finally understand what the data.
But they might kill your daughter if I complete this sheet. If you make me complete this sheet,
so he'd let Laura go.
If the survival of your daughter is contingent on this sheet being accurate, I got some bad news for you, Neil. Some real bad news. Listen, Ed. I don't know you. Blue Sky sounds familiar. I'm going with Blue Sky. If there's Jesus, that's a lot. That's a lot of options. If there's a Pink Floyd answer on all each one of these that has a Pink Floyd answer, that's the answer. Okay, oh god. The game almost crashed when I clicked logs. I think it's loading the entire, it's not just loading the list of logs when I click logs for the first time, I think. It's loading the entire text of my logs. That's what I'm assuming based on how long it took. It took way too long is what I'm saying. Who is Blue Sky? Somebody tell me something about Blue Sky, where they live at. Oh my god. Blue Sky, Gara, food, fruits. Gara, food. Oh, so this is only one. You have to answer one question and then come to this list. Oh man. Blue Sky's the only one that I feel like I've seen in another thing somewhere. So, but I don't see fruits on this list. So does that mean it's not? Oh wait, does that mean it's not the right one? Although, research, food research. Do we just need something that matches? Is this the only email I need? Gustator food process was processed food an answer? I just need to find which one is on this list. Processed food is not on this list. We got. I saw cells at some point. Is it Black Mamba Electric? But they have cells too. Femus Technology. All of these locations exist. I know that for a fact. I mean, all of these locations are on the list. Okay, I remember Titanium being important. Maybe it's Dyson. Was Titanium on the list? Does anyone else specialize in Titanium? Yeah. Handle metals and Milk's mining don't sound important. Dyson Enterprise also sounds somewhat familiar. I'm saying Dyson. I'm going with Dyson. Who was on Gara? Oh boy, Drovia. Mining. Titanium. Doing it. Submitted my sheet.
Abbott Dyson. All the signs pointed towards him and his company. I didn't feel like I had the full picture just yet, but some aspects...
I can't leave my apartment right now.
None of the people we had encountered seemed to support what the Liberators claimed to stand for. This wasn't a Garian terror group at all. It was Drovians.
If I got this right...
and business people, all working for one man's false flag operation. What was he trying to accomplish?
I really hope I got this wrong and that
system into a war?
They had to write and record voice lines for
his death. He was still in Gara, hiding
for
in
every
plain
single
sight,
character,
and
for
I
every
still
single
had his number.
option, for every single
Considered my
company that
options.
you could use.
I needed to arrest him. But maybe we could have a chat first.
Just the two of us?
Once the
Neil,
CI
I know
wouldn't be
I
able
know
to
you're
talk
into
freely.
Earth
I took out my
Earth
cell
culture,
and
but
tapped
you
his face
can't
in my
make it
contacts.
even if you try. That's not gonna happen. Not with this Dyson fellow. Are we calling him? Neil, you are not a super spy. You're taking too much into your own hands. Louisville. Half an hour. We're going to the train, which means that I'm gonna have to have a conversation with a person. I think he's one of the two CEOs from earlier. That's how episode 17 is gonna start. Is me on a train talking to this chump, a CEO, my worst nightmare. Neil, why have you gotten yourself into this predicament? in game developer, why did you make me take that entire voiceover in my apartment? and then give me a silent elevator ride. It was rude of you. It was a rude thing for you to do. We can't talk. I thought for a second I thought that guy was just gonna be standing there, and he moved. Brain gain. Now you're gonna talk.
Heart was pounding.
Now you're talking.
Would Dyson really come, or did I spook him? Did he suspect I was onto him? It would be a while until I found out, so I sat down and took a deep breath.
Oh, is he meeting us on the platform?
Think about what to say to him if he showed up.
No, it doesn't look like he's meeting us on the platform. That's the end of the episode. Psych, we're still on the platform. Are we getting on the train? Or is he getting off the train? Let's see. We're getting on the train. Now it's the end of the episode, for real this time.